Some people will say, blonde women don't have it easy either. Blonde women are just as much victims as everyone else.
I do find this excuse rather irritating.
Money doesn't buy happiness, no. But as every poor person knows, it certainly helps.
They certainly do have all the money.
Feeling anxious because you're stepping on other women isn't half as bad as being the woman who's stepped on. Yes, you may have an uncomfortable cushion in the business class seat
compared to your wooden footstool in economy.
But let's put it into perspective. Blonde women have been crying all the way to the bank for a long time now. It's time to help the brunettes pay off their overdraft.
Some people will say, oh look, you can't change the world. I personally hate this argument the most. Are we still travelling in horses and carts? Are we still buying slaves in the market? Are we still wearing Tudor fashion outfits from the medieval times? No, because things change. Do you know how things change? By people changing things, by taking action. How do people take action? By having the idea and then acting on it. Change means challenging the status quo.
Change means looking for a better way of doing something and doing the right thing.
Don't be scared of change.
And don't create reasons why you can't. Take action and start to change for the better. Some people will try to blame the Illuminati.
They're the ones controlling the world. It's not us, it's the Illuminati. That can't be true. The Illuminati can't control every single person who works in the media industry. Most of the media workers are individuals who are just copying the patterns set down by other people
and pouring out the same old messages again and again. Everyone who works in the media has a role to play in making the world a nicer place for all women and all people. Don't try to blame someone else. Take responsibility. I'm not saying the Illuminati didn't have a role to play in maintaining the racial order and maintaining a status of not having any education and a social bubble, but a lot of this has been done by ordinary average media workers.
Some people will say, just love and be happy and accept everyone for who they are. Well, I'm glad we agree then. I want to accept everybody, and the reason I'm making this video is because the media is not accepting everybody. It's accepting every blonde person. It accepts blonde women first and other women second. That's accepting people if they look a certain way based on their racial genes. That's not peace, love, happy times and freedom for all people. That's hierarchy. That's some people being better than others. That's a rule that says blonde women will always be first and the rest are always going to be second. And until you recognise that, you won't be allowing non-blonde women to be genuinely free, happy or equal. And there'll always be some people who say, but I don't want to respect anybody. Well, you know what? Piss off. Right, I've basically covered the main excuses people make for this phenomenon, and I've explained why I think that they are based on false reasoning. If you really want to try and create more justifications, then that's up to you, but you do know what I'm saying. There's never an excuse for making some human beings feel more special than others. I will now spend a few minutes talking about what I think the effects of all this is. So, what are the effects of this media overrepresentation? Children are born without any significant knowledge of the outside world. They're born with instincts alone, and all knowledge is fed to them from the outside world. A child's mind is like a sponge.
It soaks up information from its world at a magnificent rate, far beyond the speed and ability of adults. Childhood is the most fundamental stage of learning, and the images children see can leave a very deep impression on their minds.
The trend of showing the vast majority of female characters with blonde hair
has deeply affected a lot of people in Western society today.
Just look 20 to 40 years ago to see what you and I grew up with,
and you will see that the majority of female characters had blonde hair. This may have been a simplistic way to distinguish between the male and female characters. But just look at the philosophy it's based on. Nonsense. A philosophy that confuses race with gender. Blonde boys also have blonde hair, and brunette girls also have brunette hair. This racist nonsense is twisting ideas about gender identities. Yes, some things are getting better, but other things are getting worse. It's really important that we stop these twisted messages from affecting the next generation. And we start to represent all people in society from now on, and create the conditions that allow people to exercise their own free will. Because children are listening to the messages and biases we're teaching them. Check out this study. This is a short video of a research study on YouTube about the self-perception of black school children and the way the media has affected their ideas. No one has taught these children these ideas. They've learnt them from society. It's unfortunate that no study has been done on the opinions of white brunette girls about blonde hair. I seriously hope that after watching this video, someone will research the subject in depth. For a little blonde girl playing with a blonde doll, the doll represents them. It's what they look like.
But this can't be the same for non-blonde children.
You're teaching the brunette child that little blonde girls are more special. And these children grow up one day.
They were taught as children that females with blonde hair are special, and then when they reach 18, they have to live with it.
It's not healthy to teach your child that special people have blonde hair and blue eyes. Non-blonde women have eyes, ears and brains. They're not machines who don't understand what these messages are saying.
They have to listen to people saying this all the time. They have to watch everyone enjoy the party they're not invited to. Think of a ladder.
How can a top level exist if there isn't a lower level? How can there be an up if there isn't a down? If the bleached blonde hair is at the top of the ladder, if that's what's special, then the other hair colours must be at the bottom.
You can't escape making comparisons.
And this affects the way we're treated, the way we treat other people, the way we view ourselves and other people, the ideals we hold, the way we behave, the conversations we have, and the way we react to and because of other people. Look at this Beyonce advert.
In August 2008, L'Oreal released this commercial for hair products.
Beyonce has been bleaching her hair lighter and lighter to look almost like a newborn baby from the Netherlands.
So now her skin has also been made white.
These constant racial and genetic rules are getting worse and worse. No one is allowed to look like themselves, apart from white blonde women. That can't be right. People are actually having plastic surgery because of these problems. These racial ideas are teaching people to surgically reconstruct their face and change their appearance because the rules have become so strong. It's twisting people and it's twisting society, and it's got to stop.